Hello, everybody. I'm Andy Phillips, and this is Iron Concepts number 63. Hey, so let's make a deal. I have some skills and talents, and I'm still learning. And really, the whole reason I got into this was because I wanted to make the things that I dreamed of. And that's where you come in. You have a need, there's something you dream of having. And I understand. It's not the normal sort of thing. The kind of thing you can buy off the shelf. It's the kind of thing that you only get if you make it yourself or you have it made. Now listen, I know we don't see exactly eye to eye on design on this thing, but listen, I want to build things the way I want to build them. What right do you have to tell me anyway what I'm going to build? I mean, really, I have my own dreams and my own standards, and I'd rather lose money than give those up. And that is the deal that you have to strike with every customer. Are you going to lose money, or are you going to give up your ideals and your standards? Because chances are they both won't always meet exactly. There's a balancing act to be had here, and we haven't touched on this much on this channel, but I think it's a good subject to explore, at least relatively quickly. Because this balancing act, this deal, affects each and every one of us. It's a pact that we form with the market that we work in. And it's important because while some thrive, others fail at this balance that they have to strike. Good design, marketing, and sales only go so far if you're resistant to concede to what the market really wants because it conflicts with your vision of what you want to build. Of course, to some extent, you can push your ideas and your designs onto a market even if it's resistant to it, but only so far. One of the Smiths I'm friends with oftentimes points out to people how that everyone says if they won the lottery and they had an inexhaustible sum of money, how differently that they would live. And he says, this just goes to show how unhappy you are with what you've built already. If it takes some great sum of money to put you on track with your dreams, then maybe it's your dreams that have gone askew. We all have ambitions and we all have dreams, and some of us are idealists about those dreams. But there's a balance to be struck here, somewhere in between Claudio Butero's desk and whatever it is that Diogenes dreams of. Now, of course, it is possible to achieve your goals and achieve success without compromising your ideals. Business is about assessing risk. And if your ideals are so set in stone and so numerous that you can't move on them, then they become an anchor and they put you into a position where you have to take risks that maybe you necessarily shouldn't. The deal you strike with the market is important to make sure you have food on your table, you have a home and a place to work, and you'll never be free of the market. And if you work for yourself, it really means you have a lot of bosses. You work for the market, and that doesn't necessarily mean you don't have any bargaining chips. You still have your skills and your dreams to put up there. You can still make a difference, but you might have to give in a little bit. Or else you might find yourself looking for a new boss. So you want to forge weld and rivet your projects together. You want to build things out of pure iron. The market may not care, but there's nothing stopping you from doing that. To keep equilibrium, you may have to make sacrifices to build things the way you want to build them. If you concede, make sure it's worthwhile and don't concede completely to the market, or your dreams can be set back in such a way that you may run out of time before you have a chance to realize them. On the other hand, if you just resist the market entirely, you'll end up building your dream jobs only for yourself and maybe with limited resources, because in the end, you'll end up giving away your best work for next to nothing. Realistically, both extreme ends of the spectrum are dark places to be, and yet there are great smiths, artists, and designers trapped there because they struck an imbalance with the market. We all know those people who have immense talents but are essentially trapped by their ideals and never excelled because of that. In turn, We also know those people who dream. They dream of doing something better, but they never have, because what they're doing right now is simple and easy and straightforward, and they'd never give that up to pursue those dreams. As smiths, there are so many different routes that we can pursue and so many different directions we can go. And even though this really applies to most anything in life, to our trade it most definitely applies. So, what balance do you have with the market? What ideals do you hold so dear that you would turn away good work to keep them intact? And what dream job have you turned away because there wasn't enough money there? Or rather, the money was somewhere else. And I do really want to know. Leave a comment or send me an email. My email is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the drawing. Oak Hill Iron is opening their showroom this weekend. At least it's the grand opening for their showroom. And this drawing is of their storefront in downtown Morganton in North Carolina. And the idea of a blacksmith shop with a large retail space always gets me to thinking about that balance with the market. And really how custom and retail are two totally different animals. But that's a genus for a different day. Thanks for watching, and until next week, bye.